Lots of craziness happening in the GOP primary. Another candidate dropped out, and Trump and Hillary Clinton are exchanging jabs. Here to discuss is John Hawkins of rightwingnews.com. John, welcome back. Good to have you.
Gina, it is fantastic to be on with you again.
All right, John, listen, no one actually watched the Democrat debate on Saturday night. I think there was a rating of like 2 or 3. But there is one soundbite that is being played over and over and over. It's this one from Hillary Clinton. Watch.
We also need to make sure that the really discriminatory messages that Trump is sending around the world don't fall on receptive ears. He is becoming ISIS's best recruiter. They are going to people showing videos of Donald Trump insulting Islam and Muslims in order to recruit more radical jihadists.
Now, as he will, John, as you could probably guess without even knowing, Trump hit back on Meet the Press this morning and also on the Today Show. One more clip, and I want to get your thoughts on this, John. This is Trump this morning on the Today Show.
Is concerned, she's always been, whether it's Whitewater or the email scandal, she always lies. And now to be saying that we're just right in the perfect spot with respect to ISIS, I don't think that's a lie. I really don't think she knows what she's doing. Well, she's been a mess no matter where she's been. She's created a mess. You look at her record as Secretary of State, Matt, you're talking about people dying. You're talking about making up tapes and videos which don't exist. Now, I would say this, Matt. I will demand an apology from Hillary, okay? You can be the messenger. I will demand an apology from Hillary. She should apologize. She lies about emails. She lies about Whitewater. She lies about everything. She will be a disaster as President of the United States.
I will deliver that message.
All right, John, aside from absolutely thunderous laughter, what is your reaction to all of this?
First of all, there's so much to unpack there. First of all, Trump is brilliant for demanding an apology because he's absolutely 100% right, and it focuses all his attention on this thing where everybody has to say, well, what Hillary said wasn't true, which it wasn't. And again, it's her lying about a video, again, just like she did after Benghazi. She also said in that debate related to Trump, we can't upset the Muslims because who else is going to tell us when the other Muslims are having going to do terrorist attacks, which I don't know if that's the best argument in the world. She made that too. So, and I did watch a little bit of the debate. I got bored. I couldn't watch all the way through. But yeah, so hey, Trump did a great job of hitting her back. She is 100% factually inaccurate. In fact, her own husband has been in recruitment videos for ISIS. Trump hasn't yet.
All right, I actually talked to Donald Trump at the debates right afterwards, and we already played that clip. But I asked him, what he would do, how he would celebrate after the primary. He said he wouldn't celebrate. He would immediately, turn his guns on Hillary and fight hard. Doesn't sound like he's going to be taking the same amount of vacations as this last president was. But the question now is, will Trump be able to turn his guns on Hillary and destroy her numbers like he did Jeb Bush's?
Well, one, if he's the nominee, he's going to have some challenges. One, he is very good at tearing into her, and I think he's brilliant at tearing into Hillary right there. I think he's going to have a huge financial disadvantage, which worries me a lot. He's spent almost no money during this campaign. He cannot raise enough money himself or from contributions to do a competitive race, not without super PACs. He cannot liquidate enough of his fortune. I don't know that he will have enough ad money to be competitive in a general election. I hate to say that, but it's probably true. So we'll have to see what happens.
That's one argument I've never heard, John. Why couldn't he liquidate some of his money to run a very competitive campaign, as if he even needs to right now? He seems to manage to get so much earned media, as we call it, that I'm not even sure he'll need it. But why couldn't he liquidate his cash?
Keep in mind, Hillary and her super PACs will spend north of $3 billion. They're going to spend an enormous amount. Trump's net worth, if you take out his name value, is somewhere probably around $3 to $5 million. Can he even sell that stuff? I mean, is he going to sell Trump Tower and then liquidate that money and put it into his campaign? Could he even sell it? A lot of these things he owns are partnerships with other people. So if he doesn't have super PACs, realistically, he will not have the money to compete in a general election. He will be outspent 5-6 to 1. I mean, that's how it is. And now maybe he'll break his word and do super PACs, but he's made that a very integral part of his campaign that, hey, he can't be bought. He's not going to have these super PACs. Without him, he cannot liquidate enough cash to even, let's say, spend 1/3 probably of what Hillary would. And that's if he does. Is he going to sell all this stuff? I don't know. I mean, so far he's spent almost nothing. So I'm a little dubious of that. I guess we'll have to see. I've actually reached out to his campaign on that. They have not given me an answer. They said they have a plan for it, but won't tell me what it is.
Maybe they plan for him to just keep doing what he's doing because it seems to be working rather well. But you know, in politics, we call that get good money. If PACs are against you during your primary, I remember this because my husband went through this. He wasn't the favorite of the party, and boy, the minute he won the nomination, I'm telling you, the checks flowed in like water because all those people who said we don't want you, we want somebody else. All of a sudden, it's get good. They want to get good with that candidate. So certainly, if he wanted to, he could raise that money. Maybe he meant he's just not going to have super PACs for the primary. We'll have to see. But anyway, we were talking about Jeb Bush. Jeb had some choice words for Donald Trump. I want to show you these, John.
Off my chest. Donald Trump is a jerk.
Thank you.
You cannot insult your way to the presidency. You can't disparage women, Hispanics, disabled people. Who is he kidding? This country is far better than that. And the idea that he's actually running for president and insulting people is deeply discouraging, to be honest with you. And I think we should reject that out of hand. I hope you're going to reject it by voting for me. But a guy like that should not be the front-running candidate of our great party. That is not how we win.
John, isn't he here in front of all 12 of those people greatly insulting those who are in favor of Donald Trump? And how come he can't get away with calling Trump a jerk, but Trump can get away all day long with calling him other things?
Listen, some people are good at some things, some people are good at other things. When he says that kind of thing to Trump, Trump beats his brains in every single debate. I mean, I loved it. And God bless the folks on Fox News, but I remember after watching the debate, they were all like, wow, Jeb was tearing it up out there. Like, no, nobody thought that. Jeb was getting killed. So Jeb could say that to his 12 supporters. It's not going to help him.
Yeah, it's not looking good for old Jeb. Maybe he'll be the next after Lindsey Graham to say later. Hey, John, you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us.